Michelin, a better way forward.
The menu of the last stage of the Dakar between La Serena and Santiago offered 128 kilometers, a special split in two, a bonus for the suspense because usually the last stage is not decisive. The road to Santiago also required a 500-kilometer link section. The bikes category was still worth fighting for. On the contrary, in the cars category, only a terrible mishap could make Peter Ansel miss the title. The Frenchman had no interest in taking risks, thanks to his 50-minute margin over his first pursuer, Giniel de Villiers. With his experience, Peter Ansel just cruised through the last kilometers. The other mini driver, also a former biker who won the Dakar in 2004, had the latitude to shine. Nani Roma took the stage ahead of Orlando Terranova, who performed well during this 2013 Dakar. The Argentine finished fifth of the GC. In third position of the stage, Lucio Ezequiel Alvarez made a good comeback, he who performed well in week one. The 2009 Dakar winner Giniel de Villiers took the fourth position of the stage and confirmed his second place at the GC. Peter Ansel, for his part, arrived in Santiago in ninth position, 3 minutes 43 behind Roma, a time that is enough to make him his own successor. The Frenchman writes a new chapter of his Dakar legend as he grabs his 11th victory in the rally, both in bikes and cars. Peter Ansel has an all-time record and he's not even close to retire. In terms of last-minute development, Chaleco Lopez went all in. He changed his engine yesterday night and took a 15-minute penalty. The Chilean wanted to overtake Ruben Faria at the GC, but his gamble was unsuccessful to Faria's relief. The Portuguese had been pushed to the third position on Friday, therefore he was glad to see Chaleco lost in the last section of the special. The remaining 11 kilometers made the decision and it was not in the advantage of Chaleco. The local couldn't handle the pressure and he was not so far from missing the third step of the podium. The threat was coming from Ivan Yaques. In the end, Chaleco arrived ahead of Faria, but because of this penalty, his gap with the Portuguese was 14 minutes. Unsurprisingly, this year's overall winner is Cyril Desprez. For once, the Frenchman didn't have to push and finishes 3 minutes 54 ahead of his teammate Faria, a tiny margin for a 5,800-kilometer long ride, but 1 second is enough. Thanks to this fifth crown, Desprez levels with Cyril Neveu in number of victories, and he can now set his mind on Stéphane Peter Ansel's record.